Disneyland is your land.
Come seek an adventure at the old pirates, eh?
Make the jump to light speed.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Disneyland Beat, where our toes tap to a Disneyland drum.
And we always whistle while we work.
Hi, folks. I'm Amy.
And I'm TC. There are 10 glorious days at Disneyland between the end of the 2-month Halloweentime celebration and the official start of the winter holidays that begin November 10th, and they run through the end of the year. Beyond, actually, through January 6th.
For these 10 days, the parks try to be their usual non-holiday overlay selves, but signs of the holidays are still everywhere.
If you're lucky enough to get to visit the park multiple days in a row during these in-between times, every day you will certainly notice something different from the day before. Disneyland starts putting up its winter decorations well before Halloween is even over, and every night during this period, a major installation seems to take place.
One day there won't be a Christmas tree, the next day there will. Bit by bit, every spooky Halloween icon will disappear to make way for something Christmassy. Overall, you'll see a fair amount of pretty holiday decorations, but you'll also see some unfinished projects too.
The best thing about this period, without a doubt, is the lower crowds that tend to visit during this time, especially during weekdays. Most families do not tend to take the kids out of school for these first 2 weeks in November in the numbers they will for October and December.
Mornings are spectacular with really low crowds that don't pick up until much later in the afternoon.
One trade-off for that is it tends to be a moment without as many special events going on. Not as much special food or treats, but there's still going to be plenty of food or treats nonetheless.
The end of Halloween means the end of the Halloween Screams fireworks show at Disneyland, but they will not immediately start the Christmas show. Instead, you'll get the standby show, Mickey's Mix Magic, playing at 9:30, and most often, projections only, as fireworks will only be set off on the weekends.
The show is fun and flashy, though it doesn't have the emotional impact of other Disneyland nighttime spectaculars.
There are no parades in either park during this time, so say goodbye to Magic Happens for now. There are some character cavalcades happening though, and the Disneyland Band is working overtime with 4 big shows a day.
And working just as hard, the Pearly Band does shows at the castle, in Fantasyland in the courtyard, and by It's a Small World every day during this time.
In DCA, Five and Dime are still doing regular shows at the Carthay Circle with their jalopy too.
And Avengers Campus continues to be a hotspot of live entertainment with its many mini shows. Doctor Strange, Warriors of Wakanda, Avengers Assemble, the Spider-Man Stuntronic Show, and more.
Plus, the Disney Junior Stage has regular shows going again now that the bash is over, and the Green Army Men will be performing out in front of the Little Mermaid.
And small bands like the Mel Quartet will be playing at the Paradise Garden Bandstand most days.
The Hyperion at DCA is still empty since Rogers the Musical is closed. We were hoping for a holiday show or event of some kind, but there doesn't seem to be one.
At Disneyland, Tale of the Lion King and storytelling at the Royal Theater are running, but only on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. There are no weekday shows.
We've also learned that Tale of the Lion King will be closing at the end of this year, and it's not known what will play in the Fantasyland Theater next.
Also remember, there's a piano player performing at the Golden Horseshoe 7 times a day from 12:30 to 6:30, and there's the Bootstrappers, and the Straw Hatters and the Dapper Dans alternate days.
On weekend evenings only, Queenie and the Jambalaya Jazz Band will be performing on the Rivers of America at 8:10 and again at 9:05. This is basically a concert, but the musicians are so talented, it's an incredible show. And something that will likely not come around again for a long time once Fantasmic opens.
The Heartbeat of New Orleans is a projection show that's running on the Rivers of America, and the We Don't Talk About Bruno projection show on the It's a Small World facade runs most nights, often several times a night.
World of Color 1 is continuing to play through the remainder of 2023, so we've not had a specific Halloween show.
Starting November 10th, World of Color Season of Light, the holiday show that we do truly love, will start its run. But we did like one. It's a strong show that features a lot of recent work. We hope it returns at some point. Most weeknights during this time, there is only one 9 p.m. showing of World of Color. During weekends, they will add a 10:15 show.
Overall, during this time between times, most of the attractions and rides are up and running, even if there are a lot of breakdowns. Over the week so far, reports have come in with an Incredicoaster train stuck on the downhill of the first drop and a Jungle Cruise boat having to get towed back to civilization by a second boat.
One ride that is closed during this time is It's a Small World at Disneyland. This ride gets closed to get its holiday overlay, which is always spectacular. It will open November 10th with the official start of the holidays.
Of course, Tiana's Bayou Adventure is not slated to open until late 2024.
And the Mark Twain Riverboat happens to be closed for a lengthy reverb. Just maintenance though, it's getting a really nice paint job. We're not sure when it's going to return. You will see it docked at Fowler's Harbor during your visit.
A few elements in Mickey's Toontown, mostly playground equipment, continue to plague Disney, and you will find construction walls in various play areas.
Otherwise, Disneyland is wide open for a little bit. Very cool.
The only attraction closed at DCA is the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail, also set to open up with its holiday overlay and Santa visit November 10th.
So really, when you start listing it up, low crowds, almost every ride open, no late night events to manage or work around, lots of cheery holiday decorations, and tons of live entertainment just the same, this might be one of the best times to visit Disneyland.
Well, that's it for us today. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this update.
Let us know your favorite thing about the in-between holidays time at Disneyland in the comments.
May the light in the firehouse window always shine brightly.
And may your dreams always come true. See you real soon, Mouseketeers.